T-Money, I wanted to ask you for some advice. The other day, I was just going through YouTube, and I went to my favorite hip-hop platform, Worldstar Hip Hop, and I got some bad news. I found out that my big homie was talking to the cops.
Who's that? Who, me?
What do you think I should do, T-Money?
Who's talking to the cops?
Who's talking to him?
There was an AI voice, a compelling thumbnail.
Shout out to, listen.
It's on a big platform.
Shout out to that post.
I took it at face value.
Yo, shout out to that post.
And I don't know what to do.
All right, so I think with the best advice, right? Again, right? So where we come from, if you say something, you have to have a point to prove it. You have to have the work. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have it, you better figure out how to go get it and find it. Again, that goes back to how we were saying when I say he says some things at the wrong time or whatever the case may be.
Boy, that's $5 million.
What's that?
What?
Notice of defamation and demand. We would like to schedule a call for Thursday. Our deputy general counsel is out the remainder of the week.
Defamation of character.
We'd like to be sure.
$5 million. Good looking out, bozos. You paid your op.
Who you suing? Worldstar?
Oh, no. Worldstar.
Okay, so no, listen.
Worldstar's owned by another media company.
Right. And you're going for them.
You see, in my world, I will never sue or never involve court with nobody from the streets.
Okay.
But if you are the Ritz or you are a corporation or a company,
okay,
I will fire your ass up. I have a law firm called Sing and Sing. That's not no problem. I call you didn't want me to get no money or something? Because I called you about my defamation of character from the Rolling Stone magazine.
I never told you not to go get it from Rolling Stone. I don't
know. I wear the attorneys. They're right there. You can go get them. We can still go get them.
I think it's too late.
No, it ain't.
No?
Fuck no. Oh, yeah, you right. You can go get them. Because let me tell you where they fucked up at. They stupid motherfucker said.
Don't say it, because don't let them go fix. Well, I guess you got it.
Let me tell you what these bozos did, Adam.
Tell me.
They went on this clip on Worldstar and said, I was a federal informant and that I caught on wiretap trying to get somebody killed. Now, these two things, right, are things that can be investigated. The wiretaps can be pulled and the investigative officers can be summoned to say, was this man a motherfucking federal informant?
Was that in the magazine?
Huh?
Was that
Worldstar.
Oh, okay.
Right? So when I seen it go on Worldstar, the team seen it, I said, no, let it get to 1 million, right? And let it cross over. Because the more views it has, that means the more damage is done.
1 million people have seen that video.
On Worldstar. Great, right? So what people don't realize, whether you like it or not, I'm a fucking public figure. Whether you want to agree with me or not, Wack100 is a trademark name and is a public figure by right of podcast, by right of record label, by right of notable manager. I'm a public figure, right? So when I hit my legal beagles, they was like, oh shit, we know they didn't do this. I said, yo, let it rock out. Because it's chestnut checkers, right? You get these gang members that's emotional and they say, let's do this to Wack, right? You always have to think about what you're gonna do to me. So now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna let it play out. We're gonna go high, settle in the middle, and then when I settle, then I'll post that on Worldstar and say, you stupid motherfucker, you just made your op a couple million. Who won? I'll lose 10 battles to win the war. I always tell people this, I could have got that shit snatched down day one. No, I'm gonna lose these battles. Let's let people get it, talk about it, other blogs grab it, share it, because my team, as you know, you have a team, is tracking everywhere it goes. On Worldstar, it just did 1 million, right? But when you combine everywhere it went, what all the comments said that's directed at me, right? All of that, when it hits the civil court, right, is the damage that was done.
Yeah.
It's notoriously hard to sue the media in America.
Yeah, see that.
No, it ain't. No, listen. Not when it got that badge on it, baby. It got that badge of Worldstar on it.
Who do you think put the bag up to have that posted, and who do you think made it?
Oh, that was Big Q that did it.
How do you
this
know?
stupid motherfucker, let me tell you
How do you know?
I know because he got a contract with Worldstar. His first podcast ever,
Right.
They needed location. Who you think gave him the location? They were in a big-ass motorhome. Where you think it was at?
This was
in
you?
the back of my studio.
Okay.
He did OT, Genesis, Game, all that shit. That's when I knew he was doing his thing with
I
Worldstar.
did season 2. Never came out.
Right? No, because they don't do no fucking numbers or whatever. So this is what's going to happen. Worldstar as trusted, right? He called and get it put up because he emotional because we've been exposing his ratting, right? Now, we got paperwork to his ratting, so it's different, right? So when he went and got that put up, Worldstar just trusted the dude. They put it up. Now, this is what's going to happen, right? I seen it immediately. They say, oh, no, let that shit up. Leave that shit up. Let that shit go. Let it get up there. When it hit 1 million, and then we got another 1 million plus collectively outside of it, that's when we go. Now, that ain't no whack. That's legal shit. You know how that works. That's them Jewish people, right? They working. When they hit it, when the shit starts to get deep, when we go in for what we want and why we want it, they're gonna double back to this bozo and say, "Hey, bro, give us something to show that what you had us put up is real." He ain't gonna be able to provide that. When he's not able to provide that, then that company is gonna be forced to settle.
Like, I'll give you an example, and I do think what you're saying kind of makes sense. But when they're trying to prove that Trump intentionally stole the election, that is going to be a very, very hard case to make in court.
Totally different from this.
But because it's easy to imagine that Trump really did believe that the election was stolen from him, regardless of if it ends up being true or not. In this situation,
they made specific accusations. They pinpointed. They said, I got caught on wiretap trying to plot the assassination of another man. Right? That. So now you're saying, I got murder for hire. Hey, brother, I'm a legal man. I got businesses. You can't put that shit on my name. Then you said I'm a federal informant. Listen, that's fucking with my character, people I do business with, right? So, shout out to Reggie Wright. This is my secret weapon. Reggie Wright, ex-police. Everybody, all law enforcement that was on that case are Reggie's friends. So I called Reggie. I said, yo, Greg Caden's a registered dude. You got reach? Yeah. I said, okay, I need to talk to my legal beagles. Legal beagles get on the phone. They said, listen, tell us about this. He said, it's absolutely false. Wack100 was a target, not an informant. A guy named Stutterbox informed on him that he was doing something that come to find out he wasn't doing, right? We have all the documents and tape recordings, and this is why I'm glad. Because of this, now I can force the tape recordings of Stutterbox voice telling on everybody to come out. This shit is helping me, right? He said, furthermore, right, if he would have been caught on wiretap plotting or conspiring to kill somebody, we would have booked his ass. But we have all the wiretaps, right, that we was listening to. So once my attorneys heard that, they like, great, right? So they signed him up, so he's already over there with him. Worldstar's gonna go in and ask this bozo, what do you have to support this clip that we put up out of respect to you? Nothing's there. Worldstar at that point, or this media company that owns it, is gonna be forced to settle. I'm gonna go high, and I'm gonna, they know what it is. I got all the time in the world. I don't give a fuck.
what if you end up being the guy that finally takes down Worldstar?
No, I don't want to take down Worldstar. Worldstar's owned by a bigger company.
But obviously the bigger company is going to look at Worldstar if they end up having to come out of pocket and say,
Bro,
you put your bad leadership put us in this position. Because I can say that as a person who owns a YouTube channel, I do believe that there's like a different level of leeway that I get when somebody like Loose Cannon comes on here and makes explosive claims about somebody, because it's so obvious that this is a conversation and that I'm not necessarily buying in on what's being said. But that video felt a little different. It felt
Loose
like
Cannon
editorial.
Said, listen.
Being
It's
posted
Media
on
Lab.
behalf of them.
Media Lab owns that, right?
Right.
So that's actually we're going to take that. Loose Cannon gave a descriptive, right, of a phone call and a FaceTime he has.
Right.
Right? Which he has proof that he has it. All he says, he never said nobody had somebody killed. He just said, I got this call, was told this, I called, dude was still here, and then 30 minutes later, he wasn't. That's it. Now, whatever you take from that, you take from that. Brother, it's many bank robberies and jewelry store robberies and many all kind of shit that didn't happen that niggas in the street knew was gonna happen before it happened because a motherfucker was talking about what they was gonna go do, right? Now, it ain't his job to go call and the police or the authorities. Now, maybe people would have thought that if this was the case, and we'll see, right, that if this guy, Nipsey, was supposed to be in Big U's, a little brother, that maybe you'd have called and gave him a heads up. It is insinuating that you knew something was going to happen. So why would you call Loose Cannon? Why wouldn't you call Nip? So, February 14th on Urban Flicks. That's what it is, Urban Flicks Network.
I'll be signing up.
It's coming out.
Lord.
And, we got a situation.
I used to drive by Urban Flicks all the time.
Yeah, it's coming up. It's coming out.